have enough money as prices rise. North Carolina Congressman, a member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Congressman Greg Murphy joins me. Nice to see you, sir.
Nice to see you.
I should also say, as an MD, a doctor too. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck on Social Security.
Sure do.
Now, these benefits probably wouldn't go into effect till January, right?
Yeah, that is correct. You know, this is the whole government shutdown has shown everything into just a tizzy. The people are still going to be able to get their benefits, but so many of the other ancillary services that the Social Security Administration provides, ID, et cetera, really can't get at this point.
Well, they can get their benefits, but if, let's say, the shutdown went into January, which no one has seen yet happen,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be, is that in January, they wouldn't have the bump up
Yeah.
to meet the inflation
Sure.
cost of living rise.
That is correct. You know, God forbid we are still in a shutdown at that point in time. We're almost uncharted territory at this point in time. But you're right. If that happens, then they don't get their COLA, they don't get their bump up, they just stay at the same benefit rate.
What is the problem? I mean, you do this based on an inflation number.
Correct.
And I mean, I would take it that someone who has that number or figures it out is an essential government employee.
Correct.
So that person should be working.
Correct.
Okay, so then the person who figures out how much to match the bump up on Social Security based on that inflation number is probably an essential employee.
Yeah, we would think so.
And that person's probably working.
We would think so.
Well, so then why? So what's the problem? We should have the number.
Yeah.
And we should have the person working. So why do the people out there depend on Social Security have to wait and see what that number's going to be?
You know, the hard thing is where does that determination lie? Who's essential and non-essential? At some point, somebody makes a call. I don't make that call. This is what, part of the negotiation process will be. Sadly, there's been so much collateral damage during the entire process. I pray we don't ever get there.
Well, but the thing is, though, for Social Security, it should be essential. And Social Security isn't an entitlement program. It's really sort of a bank account. People have worked long and hard to put the money in
Sure.
that account. I mean, a lot of them are just drawing out money that they have been paying in for 30, 40, 50 years.
We have a math problem, though, Greta. When Social Security and Medicare, for that matter, people were paying in, a lot more people were paying in than were receiving benefits. Now we are living longer. We are pulling more of those benefits out because of that. And by the way, we have fewer people paying into the system. In fact, the whole measure as it is, we are due to, in about 8 years, have a cut in benefits if we don't do something. It is going to be incumbent upon members of Congress, both Republican and Democrat, to fix this program, which is a security program for our seniors.
I've heard that for years. I remember Congressman Paul Ryan used to say we're going to run out of money for Social Security. He used to always say it, but we haven't yet.
Yep.
And now I see the numbers. The number a year ago was 2035. Now it's been reduced down to 2034 is when we're going to run out of this.
Yeah.
Are we really going to run out of this money? And what steps should be taken now by Congress so that we don't?
We don't run out of money, but what happens is a cut back in benefits.
Well, for what? It feels like run out when it's your
sure.
check.
This is, in some ways, are we going to means test this? During the ACA, Obama took the lid off of the Medicare taxes, and so people of whatever income were also taxed. Now the lid is $176,000. There's a lot of discussion. Is that too low? Should we raise that up to bring more revenue back in? I think those things are going to be on the table to keep solvency of this system. We have to protect our seniors, especially those most vulnerable. Are there going to be people who have income or net worth of a certain amount that are not really, even though they paid into the system, may have reduced benefits? Again, everything is on the table for discussion. I'm not going to push one way or the other, but we can't let this system die. We're not going to.
Congressman Greg Murphy, thank you, sir. Nice to see you. And a dramatic gesture at a school board meeting.